Alright, this video is going to be like even more all over the place than the one for the last beta, because honestly this beta is pretty disappointing, and so I kind of lost a bit of motivation to try to like help them as much. But I'm still going to try to archive kind of the state of the game a little bit here, talk about whatever I think about along the way, and I'm going to start by showing some clips that I'm going to go through like options and stuff, and then go through the short list of stuff that I have, and then show like the new equipment that's in the game because there's new items. Yeah, so I guess I'll just start with some of the clips. This clip is showing a 5th player getting put in the red team when it's already a 4v1. I thought this was the auto balance not working, but I wanted to mention that I think auto balance was off in this, but even when it's on, auto balance is like pretty bad, and there's no side swap either, so that's really annoying. Like, man, yeah, it's bad.
My bad.
This clip is showing, so there's outlines new, right? So you don't need archetype anymore. I still have it on, but you really don't need it. But there's these boots, these tall black boots that this guy's wearing, cause this epic outline bug to happen. Yeah, so that's a thing. This kind of just shows how like little they've tested the current build of the game. But this isn't even the worst thing. Like, by far the worst thing is they added training shotguns into the game, and training shotguns have 9,999 bullets in the first clip and no reserve ammo, so you can't reload them. And on top of that, you can only equip one, so they are beyond useless for actually practicing. So what's next? Okay, so this clip, I spawn and then I die to a guy who's Nat. So this guy is Nat. I can't deal damage to him, and I already know that. So when I recognize that I'm shooting him here, I stop and I walk away. But he can kill me for some reason. Like, what the... Bruh. Because there's that. Oh yeah. Remember this from the first beta? This bug? Oh look, I'm in the fucking wall again. They like tried to fix that, but somehow I got in there again. Which is just... There's so many map issues, man. I think I'll show more map issues in this, but like... It's sad.
Oh my god, the AP vial just blinded me. What the fuck was that?
Okay, yeah, this one. So this...
It's just so big.
Look, my meds are just falling through the ground.
Holy fuck, bro, my eyeballs.
No, all my meds just dropped out of the map. I'm 1 HP instead of full.
Yeah, there's like a big old gap. I think you saw it for a second there in this video. I don't even know if this gap was there in the last beta. This little black slit here. You lose meds all along this wall. It's really annoying and honestly embarrassing that they don't catch that. And like when you make a map, you go around the map and you check for little errors like that. Like, I don't know. Okay, and so this is you know how you can do the over the left shoulder thing in this game? So I switched to left shoulder POV here. And you can do this thing where you do a slash shot and then you can shoot out of the wall like safely like this. And so this clip is just an example of how strong it is. Right, so I like the left shoulder camera. I would like them to be able to keep it in the game, but like this peak with the slash shot is too strong, and so something's going to need to be done about that. I just wanted to show you that because it's a interesting little thing. Let's see if I can think of any gameplay things real quick. So they added female yo-yo to the game. So like this, or if you know that, so you can do like that, and all other kinds of blinks. But there's no option to turn it off. So people that don't like that, like their movement gets messed up by it, they can't turn it off, which is epic. Let's see, blocking. Wait, don't I have a blocking clip? Oh, it's the clip I closed. Ah. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, that we. No, on my map.
That's
Here.
What the fuck?
No, here. Or like everything.
Look, it's blocking.
Okay.
Like her.
So look at this.
What the? Where?
Like her.
Like.
Okay,
Like,
so
it's good, but like.
Bullets?
Yeah.
let me explain.
Like, I know there's.
Hey, ladder.
What?
Ladder.
Okay, so blocking on private servers doesn't work. Like, you're supposed to block frame 1 when you start blocking, like when you do like a quick block, for example, like a 1-frame block. And on private servers, the way they have the netcode, it doesn't work. And so I'm glad it works in this, but I kind of started noticing that this time that it's blocking more bullets than it should. Like not only is it blocking bullets in like the current time, if there's you thought of the game as one timeline, it's also blocking bullets like in the past. So like it blocks I'm guessing it blocks bullets via lead and anti-lead. So let me show you like in this. So I think here I start doing shot block, which is slash shot and then quick block, right? Block, block, block.
What the?
Should I come too?
That was just the beginning. I was kind of noticing it. All right, now I spam it. Shot block, shot block, shot block, shot block. Look at all these shots I'm blocking. I'm taking no damage.
Like,
All right, and so I tried again.
it was good, but like.
Make sure it wasn't just weird timing. Block, 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 block,
Keep
block,
touching
block.
everything.
I blocked like
Why does it
6
feel like
out of
it's
6
normal?
shots. I think I even do it more, and like you see more blocks, right? So I mean, the beta is closing, so I don't really have time to like totally confirm this, but like the netcode is still bad. Like you still miss shots you hit and hit shots you miss, and there's still that vibrating thing that happens on people, and they kind of fixed the teleporting, but you do still get some teleporting, particularly in replays, which they just added replays in the game. So yeah, I hope when they fix this, they don't make block unusable again, like how private servers had it. I want it to be how the game is supposed to work. So I have to confirm this still, but like just from this little like test, man, it's like it feels like it's blocking too much. Like it's blocking both in anti-lead and lead, and it's only supposed to block in anti-lead. So there's that. What else we got? Oh yeah, the scroll wheel thing. I honestly can't even tell what they were trying to do. Like I tested the scroll dash. Like if it was intended to nerf scroll dash, like it doesn't, just like I expected. I don't have scroll bound right now, but like the scrolling is still really good with animation freeze. Let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, the weapon balance. The only thing they changed was daggers. And they didn't change the stuff that needs to be changed on daggers. They just massively upped the damage. They didn't actually change like the slow dagger stab animation. Like the whole beta just feels like the same as the last beta. Like I gave them this big long list of things that they should fix or change. And like I would expect at least like 70% of them they would do. And I know like maybe they can't do all of them for the next beta because there's still more dev time. But like, oh man, like they did maybe 7% of my list of stuff. There's still so much. So they randomly just upped the damage on daggers a lot. So the strongest dagger does 45 damage now, which sounds OP, and I promise you it's not. It's just like mid at best because all the other dagger issues are still in. And they said they're still working on the balance patch, but like I don't understand why they wouldn't just give us like their current balance patch. Like we already tested like this version of balance. Like give us more. And then the other thing is that like it's also hard to test the balance because we don't know what's actually dealing damage. Like, to test it scientifically is, like, impossible, because what you see, like, the hit detection, like, when it says hit and stuff, is wrong. When you press tab and you see the damaged enemy, that's also wrong. And then, like, what's actually happening is separate from both of those. Like, there's 3 different, like, realities happening, and so it's not even clear through scientific testing what the fuck is happening in the game. And then these meds, last beta, they were, like, useless. They were, like, 10 health and 2 ammo, so they healed 20. Now, I think this one heals 40 times 4 for 160, and this one's 50 times 5 for 250. So you have 350 base HP, and then you have, like 410 healing. Like, who thought that was a good idea? Yeah, and they even nerfed with, like, the flashbang. The smoke grenade is still the same, which is good, but the flashbang is nerfed to, like, totally useless. I think I don't think there's any reason to use a flashbang, even if the meds are back to 20. And, like, yeah, you can't use anything but meds now because they're so OP. And the game is just, like, rush down one player, kill them, and then med up, and your team wins. It's, like, very RNG of, like, oh, do you push alley now and kill the one guy, or do you push mid and kill the one guy? It's very wishy-washy. Like, as soon as you kill someone, you just run away and you med, because, like, blocking is good. And even if blocking didn't work at all, like, you'd still be able to retreat as a team and heal up. Like, there's just too much of an advantage gained from the meds right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with that. Especially because they're, like, they said they're not done with the balance, and they're not putting in the balance. I don't know, I'm confused. Like, I hope they're still going to change the weapons or something, because, like, the machine gun and the rockets are still OP. They changed the rockets to lead, which I think is a mistake. But, like, even on lead, they're still OP because, like, if you're just playing against somebody that's low ping, they're still, like, really good, like, too good. So if they don't change the rockets, like, everybody's going to be forced to force lag. Like, everyone that plays Clan War competitively is going to have a VPN subscription and use it to force lag against rocket players, because they're just OP right now if you're low ping. And then the machine gun, you can't force lag against that. That's just OP, and that's just gonna, like, ruin ranked play if they don't nerf it. They don't need to nerf it too much, but, like, at 69, it's just too much. So they made the feel of the game when you first log in better. The game doesn't, like, drop as many inputs and just perform as terribly. But that's only at default settings. When you actually optimize the game, it still feels the same as last time, like, just a little bit worse than, like, private servers, and maybe, like, a medium amount worse than FXP specifically. And one of the reasons for that is they got the feedback that, like, the frame rate limiter needs to be changed, and so it's, like, 60 to 333 right now, which is good, but it doesn't work, bro. If you set it to 250, you get 200. If you set it to 251, you get, like, 245. You set it to 333, you get, like, sometimes 250, and then sometimes 333. It's just really, really bad, so this just makes the performance even worse. Like I took a look at, like, precisely what this does. It is really bad. So yeah, I don't know. It's just the game still doesn't feel too smooth. Okay, I think that's all for the gameplay. I'm going to start going through the options now. A lot of this stuff is the same. Character outline is new. This causes a bunch of people to crash, and you need shaders turned on to actually use it. Pretty bad that there's no, like, crash message or error or anything like that. It just crashes inexplicably, and it doesn't even crash, like, right away. It crashes when you see, like, an enemy usually. There's, like, one other crash maybe that's kind of related, but mainly it's just the character outlines that are causing people to crash. And then there's also the bug with the boots that I showed with the big ass, just red circle. This combat UI centering level is new. It just squeezes the UI closer to the center. I kind of like it, but it does kind of make the game feel even weirder. And somebody kind of pointed out to me that like this game is not nostalgic at all. And I think a lot of people are going to be playing it for the nostalgia. So like they need to do like a nostalgia setting that like does as much as possible to make it feel more like old guns. And if they add in like the old maps and the old player models as an option, so you have like 4 body types, the new female, new male, or old female, old male, and put in all the old armors and stuff, I think that would go a long way to the nostalgia factor. It would be cool if you could get the old textures on the new map too, but I understand if that's too much work. And yeah, dude, they need to put the old maps in the game, because like the new maps, man, for like people that know the game, they just feel so bad. There's so many issues with them, like all over the place. Chat filtering, like, okay, I'm not gonna go over all the same issues that were in the first beta. A lot of it is still the same. I'm just gonna go through what's new and different. Here, you just need shaders on for character outline. You can still do archetype, and I don't know if they're gonna allow archetype or not. They probably will. But I think that's okay. I mean, if the competitive player is going to do that, they're going to do that. I think it's mainly just important that the game doesn't look totally trash when you log in. And the game is playable with the outlines. The outlines are pretty good. Maybe they could be a little better, but they're pretty good. There's some new multi-kill voice lines that I like. It goes like, dominating or something like that. There's a couple like that. I actually really like those. That's one new feature that's cool. So here's something funny. They bound these to F1 through F6 by default, but your macros are on F1 through F6. Replays actually work now. They're okay. There's a few bugs with like the free cam and characters disappearing, but I don't know. It's fine. It's passable. Yeah, of course macros don't work. It's going to be hard for me to not yap about everything that's still broken. Okay, so record apparently is just replays. Achievements isn't in, Clan War's not in, League is not in. I am in a clan, by the way. So that mod that was saying Clan Wars was in the last beta was wrong. Oh, they made the AP ring 25 and the HP ring 20. I don't know if that's like a good idea or not. I still have to think about that some, but it's not a big deal either way. Yeah, there's new outfits. Missions and stuff are still all the same. All this is all still the same. This is all still the same except for record is replay. But there's new items in the shop. So there's some enhanced items. I don't really know what the point of this is. Maybe it's for like questing or something. Maybe they do bonus damage in quest. I'm not really sure. So that's mainly the new thing. There's a few balance changes like the daggers and like the meds. Most of it's still the same though, so I'm not going to go over it. I'm just going to show the new items. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do that at the very end. What I'm going to do now is quickly scroll through my list of stuff and make sure there's nothing I quickly want to talk about. Yeah, the game is still unfriendly to both new players and experienced players. The netcode is still really bad. Oh, I could show a funny image. I gave them like a really long list of stuff, but I also gave them a short list of stuff for like the most important things. And here's the grading for them on that stuff. Bad netcode, it's still bad. FOV is fixed, it's good now. Resolution's still bad. They're not as bad, but they're still really bad. Other settings are still really bad. Performance is slightly improved, but still not great. Lobbies do actually sometimes restart now, so I'm happy with that. Lobby UI still sucks. Yeah, no training mode and like nothing for like new players and stuff. Yeah. Still so much work to do. Yeah, they just didn't test the game. Oh yeah, there's training weapons in here. That's the other new thing. They just didn't test the game. They just typed in 99999999 and expected it to work. But I think in guns, for some reason, 2000 is like the max ammo. So you can't reload these. I already said that. Yeah, they're useless. And you can't equip 2 of them, and there's only 1 of them. Yeah, they fixed some small things, like one of the pieces of paper in town, but there's so much more. Like it's crazy how many things are wrong with the maps. All right, I'm just gonna go through the items now. A lot of this stuff is still just broken from the last beta. Yeah, so some of this stuff I don't know which of it is new and the same from the last beta. Oh, and these have level requirements now, so there's actually some progression in the game for cosmetics, like how they said it would be. Which I like. I felt kind of special with the outfit that I have on. These are all the same. Maybe this. I don't know if these yellow gloves were in last time. Gloves don't really matter much. They took the pirate set out. I think the pirate set is going to be like real money or something. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure what these enhanced items are, but some of these pants are kind of cool. I like those. These were in. Maybe some of those are new. These I think are new, maybe. I guess there's a new dagger. I think these are all the same. Maybe there's a few new swords. I'm not entirely sure. Weapons, I think, are all the same, as far as I'm aware. Oh, they added in the syringes. This is something I didn't talk about. These are kind of bad. They don't stack with each other. So you can only use one at a time, which compared to the speed that these heal, these are just kind of bad because they only heal 90, I think, 9 for 10 ticks. I think for both. And like obviously you're going to lose some of the value and it takes like a long time for them to heal up. So it's not totally bad to use the AP vial and then the med kit. That's okay, but I think the med kits are just, even if they keep the meds how they are, where the meds are super strong, these med kits are still too strong relative to these. And there's still no pills in the game, which I don't know if they're going to add those or not. Okay, now male. This gender button, by the way, doesn't actually change your gender, worth noting. It's just like to preview the shop items or something. Those are in. I guess I'll show it anyways, whatever. I think this hoodie might be new. I like that they have these topless outfits. Those are pretty cool. Some of the new cosmetics I actually like a lot. I question if this is the Mad Catz logo. All right. I think that's pretty much all there is to know. These characters are for sure not going to continue over, by the way. I don't think the other characters from the other beta will either. Yeah, I cannot believe that League and Clan War are not in, man. It's been 2.5 months, and it feels like they've done almost nothing. There's so much to do with this game. Like, well, here's what I'm expecting to happen and why I've kind of like lost a bit of motivation on this game. Some of the stuff, like the frame limiter, might be too difficult for their programmers to actually figure out and make good. So some of that stuff might never change. Now, that doesn't ruin the game. They could still fix 90% of the stuff they need to fix. But the pace they're going is like so slow. Unless this is like a really old version of the game from like a week after the first beta, then like they need like a year and a half to get the game even like decent. Like they need so long at this pace that I think what's going to happen is they only have a certain amount of time that they can dedicate to development, and then they just have to release the game and start making money off of it, and then they're going to probably continue to update it until, you know, the amount of money they're making is below a certain threshold, and then they'll stop updating. And I just think the game's going to get released like too early, and there's going to be so many issues with the game, so many missing features and whatnot, and by the time they actually like get everything ironed out and fixed, like everyone's going to have moved on by that point. Like all the new players will be gone, and the experienced players will be back to private servers. Now they could, you know, try to do stuff to some private servers to get them taken down, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, I want Steam Guns to be good, and I don't know. I'm still going to enjoy it, I know, but it's probably not going to be what I want it to be. Like, I want it to be, my dream is for it to be like the next big esport or like the next big shooter. Like, I want everyone to be playing this game, and like it has to be good for that to happen. Like, in its current state, people who love this type of game will probably start playing it, and they may move to private servers, they may not. Doesn't matter. 95% or more of the players, though, in like the game in this current state, they're just gonna leave. Like, it's not good enough. It's just not good enough to compete with modern games. Like, you log on like Marvel Rivals or Valorant, it just works usually. And yeah, so I'm disappointed. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm just not expecting that much at this point. I'm still gonna try to do my best to like help them where I can, and hope for the best. But yeah, I'm just kind of feeling kind of negative about the game. I'm gonna make one more video probably that's less yappy. Don't know if I'll make it right now or in a few weeks. But yeah, I think that's about it for now.